Hey guys, Mr. Shaw back again. Don't worry, okay, I beat my game, so the distraction should be pretty minimal from here on out. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about that last video. Okay, it says operations with polynomials. We know about adding, subtracting, multiplying, but I didn't divide. I got you. Don't worry. Okay, in this video we're going to talk about dividing polynomials. Okay, so now it's so funny because a lot of people are like they think about this stuff and they're like, all right, well, whenever you think about dividing, you think, okay, well, learned how to divide in like third grade, right? And I did stuff like this. It was like, okay, 9 divided by 3, like this. Like 3 goes into 9, 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 0, remainder is 0, okay? So we're going to do that exact same thing, except with polynomials, okay? So if you thought you were never going to do use long division in your life again, okay, here it is. Thank your third grade teacher. All right, so two things we're going to talk about: long division of polynomials and synthetic division of polynomials. Synthetic will actually be next video. Okay, so and that's also part of our vocabulary, synthetic division. You guys can actually wait and use that in the next video if you want to as well. All right, so first off, we'll talk about just dividing a polynomial by a monomial. If you see something like this, really you can just divide each term by the bottom. All right, so like in this case, for example, you can do like if we want to just look at the first group here. Okay, if I did 24 divided by 3, I would get 8, and then x cubed divided by x squared is just x, and then y to the 5th divided by y squared is y cubed. Okay, that's just the first one. Okay, so I can do the next one. Let's do the next one in green. Why not? All right, so here's the next group. Okay, so if now again the minus isn't going away. 18 divided by 3 is 6. X to the 6th divided by x squared is x to the 4th. And then y to the 9th divided by y squared is y to the 7th power. Okay, so this whole thing would be our answer. Again, you're just dividing each one. It's just like when we were simplifying the quadratic formula and stuff like that. All right, these are just a couple of more examples. Let's go ahead and get to it. So first group here, so 36 divided by 6 is 6. A to the 8th divided by a is a to the 7th. And b divided by b just cancels. Okay, so now again, it just cancels with this term, so the b is still here. Okay, so I'm just not going to write it. So plus 30 divided by 6 is 5. A cubed divided by a is a squared, and b squared divided by b is just b. And there you go. Now, one way we could have done that as well is we could have just we could have pulled out everything that we had in common here, and then pulled out a GCF and then divided, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, all right, so anyway, keep going. First term, so 24 divided by 4 is 6. X to the 5th over x squared is x cubed. Y to the 3rd over y to the 3rd is just 0, so that's gone. Okay, minus 8 divided by 4 is 2. X squared over x squared just cancels. Y to the 7th over y to the 3rd is y to the 4th. Plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. X to the 4th over x squared is x squared, and y to the 4th over y cubed is just y. All right. So now again, that's not very precise. We don't really like that too much. So I'm gonna talk about more specifically about long division. So again, as just a reminder for long division, let's go ahead and do this particular example. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide 12 into 1,523. All right. So 12 goes into 15 one time. So now you multiply. So 1 times 12 is 12, and then you subtract. So 15 minus 12 is 3, and I can bring everything down here, 323. So again, in this case, 12 goes into 32 twice. 2 times 12 is 24, and I'm going to subtract. Okay, so that's going to be, again, and it's not 323 divided by 24. I'm not going to bring this down. We're not going to do that. Okay, so then 32 minus 24 is 8. Okay, and then 12 goes into 83, 70, so it'll be 6 times, and then 6 times 12 is 72, and then 83 minus 72 is 11. Okay, so again, in this case, we can rewrite this answer as 126 and then 11 over 12. Okay, that would be our mixed number anyway. Again, you can always write the remainder. The remainder is 11, but you can always write it like this, like whatever the remainder is over the divisor. Okay, so keep that in mind as we move forward here. All right, so now we're going to apply the same steps to polynomials. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. So in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite it as in like long division form. So this will be x plus 6. Okay, so again, 2x squared plus 13x minus 7 is being divided by x plus 6. Okay, so here we go. And I don't want you to think of it like it's kind of like what we were doing, but it's a little bit different. So I want you to think, what do I need to multiply x by in order to get 2x squared? Okay, so I would have to multiply by 2x. Okay, and I put it over whatever the term is. So like, let me show you. So 2x times x is 2x squared, and 2x times 6 is 12x. Now, again, make sure at this point we subtract, so you're going to want to subtract both terms. So here, it's just 0. That just cancels. Okay, and then 13x minus 12x is just x. So I'm going to bring that straight down. So it's x minus 7. So now, what do I multiply x by in order to get x? Well, that's going to be just 1. So plus 1 here. And then multiply. So just again, you're going to distribute. So 1 times x is x, and 1 times 6 is 6. Okay, and we're going to have to make sure you subtract both terms. So x minus x cancels. Negative 7 minus 6 is going to be negative 13. So that's my remainder. Okay, so this is going to be remainder negative 13, and I want to show you what it looks like. So I can write this as 2x plus 1 and then plus negative 13 over the divisor, which is x plus 6. Okay, again, so it's just like we did in the last one. Again, I'm just writing this as the whole thing here. Okay, that's what this division becomes. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so next one, again, we're going to divide x squared plus minus 2x minus 15 by 5 minus x. So I'm going to rewrite the second one so it's a little easier to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to switch this around, and it's going to be negative x plus 5. And same thing, it's just a little bit easier for us to handle. All right, so the first question you're going to ask is, again, what do you need to multiply negative x by in order to get x squared? All right, well, that's going to be negative x. So negative x times negative x is positive x squared. And then negative x times 5 is negative 5x. Okay, so now go ahead and subtract. So this is going to become plus. So this is going to x squareds cancel, and then this will become 3x. Bring down my negative 15. And what do you need to multiply negative x by in order to get 3x? Well, that'll be negative 3. Okay, so then negative 3 times negative x is positive 3x. And then negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Subtract, and you see that everything cancels. So I don't have a remainder here. Okay, remainder 0, and that is just, again, so that means that negative x minus 3 is just, it works out perfectly. Okay, nothing to it. Let's keep going. All right, this one's a little bit more complicated. Again, we're going to follow the exact same steps though. All right, the setup here is going to be a little bit different because you notice that we're actually missing a term in the in the term that's being divided. So when I put that in, I'm going to actually leave a space. Okay, so this will be y to the 4th plus 2y. Nope, I forgot. I literally just said I was going to leave a space and then I didn't. Okay, so this will be plus 0y cubed plus 2y squared minus y plus 5. Again, nothing's changing. Again, I'm just adding a term in here just to kind of help me remember that there's supposed to be a term here. Okay, so then I'm dividing by y squared minus y plus 1. So again, first step, what do you need to multiply y squared by to get y to the 4th? Well, that's going to be y squared. So y squared times y squared is y to the 4th. Y squared times negative y is negative y cubed. and y squared times 1 is just y squared, so plus y squared. And we're going to subtract, so change all your signs here. This one cancels, this is going to be 1y cubed, and then plus y squared. And I'll bring down all my stuff here. And then, so what do you need to multiply y squared by in order to get y to the third? Well, that's just going to be 1y. So y times y squared is y cubed. Y times negative y is negative y squared. And y times 1 is just y. Plus y, excuse me. Okay, again, go ahead and subtract, so change all your signs. So that cancels. This is going to become 2y squared. And I'm going to, here, let me go ahead and extend the page a little bit. Oh, too much. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, so that'll be 2y squared and then minus 2y plus 5. Alright, so, and then last thing, or this will be the last step because it'll be y. What do you multiply y squared by in order to get 2y squared? That's going to be plus 2. So 2 times 2y squared is 2y squared. 2 times negative y is negative 2y. And then 2 times 1 is just 2. So subtract, cancels, and then you'll be left with 3. Alright, so the remainder is 3. I'm going to move back up here for a second. So that means that our answer here when we divide these guys is going to be y squared plus y plus 2 plus the remainder over the divisor. So 3 over y squared minus y plus 1. And that's our whole answer. Okay? Alright, I got a couple more I want to do, at least one more. Alright, so let's do this guy. So he looks different, but again it's the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and get right down to it. Alright, so here's your setup. Again, you notice I've got a placeholder for the x squared term, and let's get right down to it. So x squared goes into 2x to the 4th, 2x squared times, so 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the 4th. 2x squared times negative 2x is negative 4x cubed. And 2x squared times 2 is plus 4x squared. Subtract. So x to the 4th to cancel. This will be 7x cubed. And then minus 4x squared. Go ahead and bring down everything else. So plus 5x minus 1. X squared goes into 7x cubed 7x times, so plus 7x. 7x times 7x squared is 7x cubed. 7x times negative 2x is negative 14x squared. 7x times 2 is 14x. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and subtract. And I'm going to extend my page here too. Okay, so combine your like terms, so that cancels. This is going to become positive 10x squared minus 9x and then minus 1. So last step, I've got, again, x squared goes into 10x squared 10 times, so plus 10. Okay, and then 10 times x squared is 10x squared. 10 times negative 2x is negative 20x. And then 10 times 2 is plus 20. Okay, so go ahead and subtract. And then that's going to cancel. Then you're left with 11x minus 21. Okay, and again, we can't keep going anymore because this, again, I can't multiply anything like x squared to get just x. Okay, it wouldn't. There's not really anything I can do to do that. Okay, so again, this is going to be my remainder. And again, you're going to notice that you're done if you put everything over each term, like its respective term. You're going to notice that you're done like that. So this will be our answer, and you can write plus 11x minus 21 over x squared minus 2x plus 2. All right, and there you go, guys. I'll see you in the next one.